And hello again, boys and girls. Welcome back to the stream. It's your host, Marley Startled, and today we are just going to be playing some casual games before work tomorrow. I've had a lovely leave and time off, and now I'm just getting back in the swing of things, washing stuff, getting things back into place before I go back to work in the morning. So, well, tomorrow morning. And so, what we're going to be doing is playing a bit of World of Warships until then. I may switch up to Ghost Recon's Wildlands for a bit, but in any case, just generally just playing some casual games. Now, we're going to be playing some of the Tier 8 and Tier 10 subs, but they're quite expensive, so stand by for abstract poverty. But I like submarines. However, I don't think they're being played as intended right now. These guys are eventually going to be taken off the public servers for a bit until while they continue to make adjustments. But I am looking forward to eventually when they do come out because I do enjoy the submarine playstyle. Um, Primarily, what I found with submarines is that they are not designed for as intended. You've got your two torpedoes, you've got your acoustic homing torpedoes where you ping to get marks, but pinging's actually really bad. And you've got your torpedoes with proximity fuse, which don't don't horizontally track, but they do vertically track. And if you ping, you lower the detection, but of course it doesn't matter because you're still going to get spotted if you try and ping regardless. So what I found is that actually don't ping at all. You get as close as possible, and then fire off your torps, like dumb fire around about 3 kilometers, and then that way you're normally going to get some hits unless the enemy battleships are maneuvering rather well. In any case, it's good to be back. However, I am dreading work, but I've really got into vinyl right now. I think the first time I heard vinyl ever, and I think the audio quality is much better because if you look at the sort of technical aspects of how audio works, what you're just doing with vinyl is you're immediately converting analog sound to digital and then back to analog like straight away, and there's no sort of sample rate, so the sound is much purer. But of course, you've also got well, vinyl's quite expensive, so it's best to get second hand. But I've very much been enjoying that. In any case, what to look forward to this year? I'm waiting for Assault Squad 2 to come out, or Men at Arms Assault Squad 2, and yeah, you're quite loud, and some generally other casual things. So we've got two submarines, so we may have to switch to acoustics. Not acoustics, have to switch to, yeah, acoustic. Because, and technically this isn't actually, it's not so huge, isn't actually hit near the enemy ships. You still got to get a direct hit for it to work. So bear that in mind. In any case, what enemy ships have we got? Colorado, Duke of York. Alright, so no radars. But we do have a German ship, which may be a bit of a problem. So, surface depth, 5.6 detection. Pretty much stealthiest destroy detection rate, and then around about 2 kilometers when at periscope or lower depths. But generally, you want to really just aim for an intercept. So I'm checking the map now, I'm seeing where it's going. This is a bit tricky here because there's an enemy destroyer there, so if I get too close, that destroyer is just going to start looking for me, which is not good. I'm only playing really tier 8 because tier 10 is expensive, even though it's shouldn't be really, but it's very expensive to actually use. Now I could dumbfire now, but I don't want to give away my position just yet. And get nice and close. Alright, so I know there's an enemy just submarine around here somewhere. And there's a flint, so we're in a good spot right now. 4.7 kilometers. This is a good spot for what I want it for. As long as the guy doesn't slow down, we're going to be in a healthy position to get some dumbfire torps on him. And then I've been spotted, so immediately start diving. And then duck and get out. And start running, basically. Start running. Hopefully back towards my lines. And that way he's got no chance to dodge, especially when he's that close to me. And at no stage did he realise the submarine was there, which is also really good. I accidentally used my hydrophone by the looks of things, which is a bit awkward. And there's an enemy ship there, so I want to get as far away as possible. I'm going to go up a little bit, see if we can get away. I think we can. And then we're going to surface the boat. Because I want to make sure I get enough oxygen back to the next stage. Unfortunately, you think we'd be very potent against carriers, but actually some of these are garbage against carriers, which pretty much is the foundation of the game, as generally everything gets clapped on by carriers. But most of the time you won't get targeted by carriers, unless you're aiming, gunning for them. A lot of people have complained about the playstyle bit being boring. I quite like the playstyle. It's like hunting followed by moments of tension where you're not sure if you're going to make it or not. However, I would say that sometimes you've got to really pick your battles because there's just not enough oxygen to hang around constantly hunting. So you have to either go all in and hope you sink the enemy ships before you run out of oxygen, or hit, turn and run away. And if they are committed to stopping you, then there's nothing much you can do about it. Although this is probably a pretty good map for submarines, if I'm honest. It's quite a small map. But a sign-up is coming up. I'm going to pop this. I'm going to fire our torps. We're going to fire our aiming. Stop. Now, I would have preferred to go a little bit closer, but hey ho, it is what it is. And because of the homing, in fact, I've ended up missing my shots. So that's the point. Homing is garbage. Like people say, "Oh God, homing drops," but yeah, all it takes is a guy to like go ADSD and then you're done for. Now, if I was dumbfiring tops, then I probably would have been able to hit this guy. And yeah, and I'm playing a dangerous game here, but I've got to conserve my oxygen, otherwise you could have problems. Shit. Oh, and the game's over. Mercy win. And yeah, you don't do a lot of subs, but then again, it is what it is. Let's try the tier 10 subs. I like the tier 10 subs, but they're so expensive to actually field. So I'm looking forward to getting some premium subs, even though everyone hates, community hates submarines, but I love them. I like subs. And I don't think that's part of what people make it out to be. It's just that people just don't want to have to handle what submarines can do. You know, just battleship players, destroy cruiser players. They don't want to. It really just shakes up the meta, if I'm honest. Like, as you saw that sign up at 4 kilometers, all you had to do is go A, slow down, click D, then slow down some more, and the tops just became useless. So we'll play this to about 3 o'clock, and then we'll switch to Ghost Recon Wildlands because it was on sale, so why not? And then I'm waiting for Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring. So Petropavlovsk, that's a nightmare. Baltimore's a nightmare. All of these are nightmares. This is not a sub-friendly matchup. However, no carriers, so I'm going to switch to acoustics because I want to harass destroyers and smoke. Gotta bully the boys. Okay. Looks like the submarine isn't going forward. Epicenter's probably a good map for submarines, but I'm still trying to work them out myself. Okay, submarine is going forward. And the range on these torps are 14 kilometers. So what you can do, just to be a nuisance, is bully submarines. Okay, now we need to dive, 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 dive. There's immediate radar. Aim horizontally away from the depth charge and you'll be fine. Why have I been detected? Oh, because of this fucker. I think that's me dead. Oh no. There you go. Let's do some aiming. Why not? Ow, it's gonna hurt. And it did. Just about. I'm just trying to conserve my oxygen for the late game. Okay, now I need to dive again. Just radar OP. Switch to acoustics because that guy may be naughty. I'm gonna come around and try and hit this Petro. Go sneak around the island. Got time to do it, but I don't have a lot of health to do it, so if I miss, then this ain't gonna go down too well. No, I gotta stay low. There's the Talon. That Talon's gonna spot me. Just about made it. I think we should be moving away, if I'm honest. because I can't really get that talon even if I wanted to. He's playing very carefully. Unless he starts moving like that, and now I've got him. And now I've got him. If I could turn in time. You see how I'm not in the slightest even using the ping mechanic. Because the ping mechanic is hot garbage. Okay, we're back up. We can surface. And now we can turn around. I know there's a destroyer over there somewhere, but the good thing about my detection is that I'll be able to spot most destroyers before they spot me, and then by the time it takes for people to aim for me, I'll be nice and below the waterline. However, I tend to find battleships are a greater threat to me than cruisers or carriers, no, cruisers or destroyers, because of their depth charge mechanic. If you get like 2 or 3 battleships spamming that, then you're in for a bad time. So in a good spot. You may even get a mercy win at this stage. And that's just a case of hunting, so... Alright, there's that destroyer. I have to keep an eye on him. Let's fire off our load now. Because by the time I get close enough to to fire another load, it will be recharged. Yeah, I don't care about the daring. He probably won't hit, but I'm not pinging because as soon as they ping, this battleship will be looking for my torpedoes and we're taking evasive action. So I'm just not going to ping in the slightest and do more damage that way than if I were to ping. Yeah, he's going to dodge, not the end of the world. Because I'm already recharging. Daring's far away from me. Those battleships are going to run. So I can just stay on the surface, keep spotting him, and firing torps like it's no tomorrow. It's a nice sedentary sort of playstyle as well. It's a fun playstyle. Okay, he's probably going to dodge that as well. He's in a good angle to dodge it. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to dodge it. Maybe get one. Oh, crap. Dive. Aim to go horizontally. This may kill me. No? Okay, prepare. And poke my head up once more. I can surface the boat because that destroyer's been dealt with. And these battleships are not having a good time, even though I'm not doing a lot of damage to them. I've just pushed them completely off the cap just by fear of me. They've been running the entire time, I've been spotting them the entire time. I don't think I'll be able to catch them, but eventually they will have to turn or they're just out of the game. And we've won. Which appears to be the case. That's desperation, he doesn't know who I am. Yeah. Oh. Time to go horizontal. And carry on. I've been lucky so far because I mean I'm an okay distance away from these depth charges, but if they land directly on top of you, you're pretty much done for. So what I would say from submarines is they're often not massive damage dealers. They're more sort of good spotters. They're good zoners. They're good psychologically. They can like scare a lot of battleships away. Like in that scenario, and after initially competing over the cap, I was able to just scare two fully grown tier 10 battleships off the map. But it's stealth what makes the game. That's why I think the ping mechanic is garbage, because what you live and die by your stealth in the submarine, especially in this game, and you do more damage from being stealthy and not giving away your position than you do by pinging. And so the ping mechanic is entirely redundant because the homing isn't good enough to actually be valuable. The damage you get from it is mediocre at best, because if you sure you can get more damage, but you also get more misses. So pound for pound, you get less. And so actually, it's the dumb firing that's better. If you can get like within that 2 to 3 kilometer bracket, fart out torpedoes, and then run away, that's 40k damage you've already done. So we've got Colombo's, Slava. So I think this one's got radar. I'm not sure if Slav, no, probably Slav. Well, it is. It may have radar. And the rest are not. And then we've got loads of Napolis and no destroyers. So this is prime submarine game maps. You've got no carriers to spot you. Really, I think carriers are the worst for for submarines. Carriers followed by radar, followed by hydrophones. So hydrophone battleships are scary for a submarine. Carriers are scary because they can spot you very deep in the territory. So unless you're constantly underwater wasting your oxygen, then you're going to get massively spotted. Destroyers aren't too scary. They're more scary by the initial spotting, which can catch you unaware. And pound for pound, I die more from battleship shells and battleship depth charges than I do from destroyers. So it'll be interesting to see what the submarine does. He'll probably do what I'm doing as well. What sort of submarine is it? It's the Belau, okay. Belaus tend to be more snipey submarines. But there's really two ways you can try and play. You can play it as the sort of sniper at this tier, and the sniper 14 kilometers away. And normally it's not going to work because most battleships will know what you're doing and just take evasive maneuvers. Or the ambush submarine, getting close. Pop you need to pop, then get out. Not too worried about Napolis in the slightest. Because I've got no radar, so it doesn't. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. So this looks like a lemming train, which is good, meaning that I've got a target-rich environment. Bad, I want to get rid of that Blau. The Blau will be here somewhere. But I can't get too close because there's an awful lot of battleships here. Yeah, and this is the worst case scenario. Vader's going to get hammered by constant depth charges, and I've used my thing too quickly. Let's wait for a bit. I have to wait till I get my hydrophone up. There's too many battleships. Yeah, I'm just going to get mass spotted. I can't stay here. It'd make more sense if I just ran. I'm in a not good spot right now. I'm pretty much blind, and I'm not sure where the enemy battleships are. And because they're all so bunched up, it's like it's more you're stronger bunched up than you are separated against a submarine, because you can just see they just dump depth charges on you. Dive, dive, dive. Dive, 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 dive. Ah, shit. Wasn't paying attention. That's not good. I may die here. Gotta make a choice here. Do I go in aggressively and potentially die, or yeah, I am well and truly boned. I got, yeah, there's not much I can do here apart from try and run. So that is what we will do. We got 2 minutes 40 on the clock. No allies. Speak up. Being detected. We're boned. There's a cruiser right on top of me and I can't do shit against it. I got 40 seconds before I die, basically. I got 20 seconds to live. Run away. Couldn't have done anything this game. I completely stopped from hunting. And now I'm gonna die. Unless I can just sail away and they get bored of me. I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah. Oh, the game can end before I die. That was a bad sub-game. And I just got completely countered because I couldn't get close enough to do any sort of damage. As soon as I would pop up, I'd get depth charge spammed, and then I'd have to duck again. Or take evasive maneuvers. Okay, what have we got? Hindenburg, Venezia, Petropavlovsk. Another bad sub-game because of hydrophones. So all I can really do here is spam at long range. So I don't understand why people were complaining that much. All you have to do to kill a submarine is pop hydro, and then I can't get high enough to damage you. I can't get close enough to damage you. because the acoustic homing is garbage. It's garbage. You can just trick the torps, like speed up as fast as you can and then slow down as fast as you can, and the torps will just go wrong after like. Well, I'd say if the torps are, I don't know, 4 kilometers away, you speed up, the torps will home to your fastest speed, and when they hit 2 kilometers, slow down, and the torps won't hit jack. Maybe that gun on the front doesn't work. Oh, hello. How far away are you? Yeah, it's just far torps, why not? Probably not going to hit you, but you never know. So I'm going to stop on the capture point. We've got to play the pleb way, which is sniping in this ship. I probably don't want to home there. Yeah, these torps aren't going to do shit. Oh well, I'm going to spot these guys to death. Okay, now we've got to dive. We've got to dive, 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 dive. That's a bad ping. I won't be able to touch these guys. You know what? Fuck you. I gotta ping this. I gotta turn around. Yeah, hydrophones have left me completely neutered. That's gonna hurt. He's going to go forward now. I would go forward. There's a Petropavlos there, which means that I'll just be constantly spotted. Could try and bully the Stalingrad. He's getting close. Almost there. Okay, this is it. This is it. And that's rewarding when you do break through and you do get a hit. That gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling. Hopefully he's already used all his consumables. This is it, this is it. And then we dive, pop this and get out. Okay, where's the ping? Okay, he's running. Still not far away. Enough to do damage. I can't really turn around and get him again. Now we're back out. And we're good. Run back to our allies. Pop our final ping to give us at least a little bit of an indication where we are. Okay, we're good. Let's start surfacing. Or not. Because we've been spotted, I don't know how. He's coming for us, he's coming for us, oh no, no, no. He's still coming, he's still coming. There we are, we're out. And we ran out of oxygen just in time. That was a good game. So what I found is dumbfathering is better than actual pinging, and you're more vulnerable hunting as a sub against packs of enemy ships than you are against solitary ships. Because if you think of a pack of ships, you can have a pack of hydrophones and so on. And that was that. Rather easy, or actually rather challenging. I'm enjoying submarines because it is challenging. It's not just wing it. You actually do have to have a degree of planning. It is quite strategic, thought process about where to go. Okay, and that was that. So let's take a look at team score. Pretty massive game impact just with just sheer ambushing and that. I mean, just shaving chunks off people's health and spotting. All around, a very good. Very good bit of fun. So it'll probably end playing a bit of World of Warships here. So things I want to point out is that right now, submarines in practice, the idea of using things to ping. Oh, one moment, I got a message. Okay. Is right now what they intended with subs is to use the ping mechanic, but the ping mechanic's garbage. It just doesn't hit anything. It's always against anyone who's got half a brain cell. People are going to dodge with the ping because it doesn't home all the way in. So all you're doing when you ping someone is you're saying you're being hunted by subs. Look out for torpedoes. Start taking evasive maneuvers. So using the ping is pretty much useless because the point of the torpedoes and submarine is to ambush and to getting close and to do damage. And because submarines are your only weapon, you've got no choice. That means you're pretty much neutered by using the ping mechanic. So I find that dumbfiring at point blank range or as close as possible is better with submarines, causes the most amount of panic, and has greater psychological impact than actually sniping with these submarines. Another thing I found is that the playstyle is very much everything or nothing. If you see a submarine and it ambushes you like I do, you chase it because and you try and estimate where it's going, because if you can do that, eventually that submarine's going to run out of oxygen and he's going to have to service and you can get him. Submarines are better at picking off loners, so lone flankers, lone ambushers, things like that, that can sort of sneak around and try and be a general nuisance, like really your backline snipers, those sort of guys, the guys that just stay in the J line. That's a submarine's wet dream because there's only one set of consumables. But packs of ships, especially in the higher tiers, with packs of radar, packs of hydrophones, packs of depth charges can be a submarine's nightmare because, as you saw, as soon as I got spotted in that previous epicenter game, I had dozens of depth charges coming my way, and it meant that I could never surface to find out where the enemy ships were to hunt them or fire off my torpedoes, because as soon as I did, I'd have so many guns trained on me that I'd just be annihilated. Other things I'd consider is that it's actually quite technical. It's not just dive and surface. You are having to ration out your air supply. You are having to think about trying to stay on the surface for as much as possible to conserve your oxygen so that you can get in close. And a lot of the time it ends up becoming sort of a bit of a knife fight who survives. Either you destroy the enemy or the enemy destroys you, because you have probably enough oxygen for one pass and then you're going to move away. And if you don't, if you can't move away, then you've got to either turn around and engage and either die or kill the enemy, or you just got to slink away like I did in that previous game and move on to a new target. Unfortunately, it's in a good space right now, but as is, the submarines are not playing as intended. The ping should just be removed completely. I would remove the ping completely, increase the damage to the torpedoes, and maybe increase the oxygen as well a little bit, just a little bit, like 10%, maybe 20%, and increase the damage from depth charges. That way, depth charges have more potency, and there's more reward to all that hassle of getting in close. I mean, yeah, we talk about this like psychological factor, but the psychological factor ain't going to pay the repair bill, sadly. So, but you can see just how dangerous submarines can be, despite how they can be utilized to sneak in, get close, and just harass ships. And a lot of ships will just run away, and then you're good. And it can be probably a bit rage-inducing and really quite shocking if you're on the receiving end of a submarine ambush like that. But there's not much you can do. But then again, you've had lots of countermeasures to do it. There's lots of countermeasures, like hydrophones basically stop me going from periscope depth and keeps me in the bottom, meaning I can't track you. Radar means I can't stay on periscope depth, meaning I can't track you. And depth charges en masse can basically just force me to waste time and oxygen just trying to dodge. So yeah, I think submarines are in a good place right now. I know there's a lot on the forums who are complaining away at it, but I've never been a forum boy. But then again, they'll probably look at my win rate and be like, oh my god, he's bad, he's awful. But hey ho, I enjoy submarines and I'm looking forward to their release. Oh, there need to be some changes, like get rid of the ping mechanic, it's garbage, increase torp damage or torp sinking, and maybe increase oxygen time and depth charge damage. That way I can stay on the bottom for longer, meaning that again I can't see anyone to hunt them, and it's more of a sort of and there's more reward to depth charging submarines. But anyway, I'm gonna go for a smoke, gonna end the stream, and then I'll be back on for Ghost Recon Wildland, which is just gonna be a casual game. So adieu.